Hi guys, welcome to Potential Hit Coach. So tonight we're going to do a standing barbell curl. So I know everybody's ears will prick up now because it's biceps, everyone wants good biceps. So again, you know we're going to do different movements, but the standing barbell curl is an amazing movement for biceps, just unfortunately it's mainly done wrong. So we're going to show you exactly how it should be performed. George is going to do an actual set for you. Again, he's not done this before. So we're kind of just estimating with the weight to make sure he gets enough reps so you can see a decent amount of repetitions on the set. I'll talk you through it while he's doing part of it, where his hands need to be and all those factors. And we'll just get on with a really good set, and then I'll have a little chat to you after exactly why we sort of do it in that manner. Alright guys, George is going to come out now and we're going to do a proper set of standing barbell curls, and then I'll talk to you about it after, okay? Right Georgia, let's do it. So if you start first mate, just before you pick it up, if you put your elbows tight by your sides, where your hands are, and then literally go down and pick the bar up, and that will put you in the perfect place for it. Okay, then step back. So we're going to do this movement with his back up against the pad because it's a lot more effective so he can't swing. Okay, main thing George, wrists are straight, elbows are super tight, okay, keep your back flat. Try and focus on the little finger going to the outer shoulder, that'll suppinate the wrist and keep it in the proper position. Okay mate, so smooth start, engage the biceps, drive, good long squeeze, slowly coming down. That's it, so work it through the bicep. Take a pause, go again. Big squeeze, control down. That's really good. That's it. Think about that little finger outer shoulder, elbows tight, back super flat, control. Keep it controlled, pause at the bottom, engage the biceps, drive. Good. Control. Nice control. Squeeze. I'm not going to talk too much about your breathing on this, mate, so you need to concentrate. Too much in one go. Okay, control. Just keep breathing best you can. Drive. Squeeze hard. Control down. Keep them wrists perfectly straight. Don't let the elbows move. Drive at it. Still good. Control down. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Control. Okay, no swing. Flex the bicep and drive through it. Good. Still you. Keep the control. Pause. Go. Drive. That's it. Don't lose the form now, okay? Stay tight in here now, fella. Stay tight. Elbows tight, wrist straight. Drive. Get in there. Control down. Breathe. Think here. Keep the focus. Full straight arm stretch and stop. Go again. Drive. Squeeze it. Control down. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Control. Take that stop. Flex it now. We're getting there, George. Control. Go a little heavier next time. Control. Take that stop. Don't swing. Drive. Good. Breathe. Control. Oxygen, George. Control. Stay tight now. Stay tight. Now don't swing. Good. Breathe. Still you. Control it down. Control it down. You're okay, buddy. Keep breathing. Take that stop. No swing now. Bicep. Right up there. Good. Yep. Control. Don't twist or anything now. Okay. Go straight in. Go. Drive. I'm with you. Up, 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 up. Great rep. All you still. Control down. Breathe, George. Breathe. Now don't let these elbows move now. Little finger out the shoulder. Here we go, mate. It's yours. That is a great rep. Come on, mate. Breathe, 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 breathe. Okay. Go straight in for me now. Go straight up. Right, I'm with you. Up, 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 up. We're going to do one more, okay? Last rep. Control. Straight in for it now. Curl. Right, don't lose the form. Elbows, wrists. I'm helping. Up, 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 up. Best neck you can. Good set. Well done. Great effort, mate. Great effort. That's a cracking set, buddy. Well done. Well done.
Yeah, you're right. That would have.
Okay, so George just performed his killer set there. He did about 20 reps, which is absolutely fine, but we probably will go a little heavier if we do it again next time. But it just showed you that he could keep his form perfect. That is the intensity of effort, you know, to be able to do one set. He couldn't possibly do another set for biceps now. So I'll talk you through this right quick. The reason we do, a lot of the time I do this with people, keeping this here is it's much more difficult to swing, which a lot of people tend to swing with biceps. So if you keep your back up against this pad, it really locks you in tight. I don't know if you saw before he did the set, but what I got him to do was put his elbows by his sides and then bend down to pick the bar up. If you do that, you'll be in the perfect position at that point to keep the elbows locked by your sides and curl up. Okay, so back super flat, elbows by your sides. I just want to say really quickly so I don't forget, anytime you can use a straight bar, if it doesn't hurt your wrists, use a straight bar, simply because the supination of the wrist is so much more with that. A lot of people tend to use curl bars, EZ bars, whatever you want to call them. There's nothing wrong with that at all, but it tends to focus a little bit more on the brachialis by putting the hand in a different position. If that's all you can do, that's absolutely fine. But if you can use a straight bar, take advantage of it and do that. So the other thing that I had him focus on, which is to think of your little finger going to your outer shoulder. And again, what that does, don't try and strain your wrist to do it, but when you focus on that, you're really keeping the bar in the correct position, and you're getting that absolute maximum squeeze at the top and keeping it in that same position as you're going down as well. A lot of people the wrists tend to sort of move around, the bar's moving around. Like if they do a dumbbell, you see a lot of people curling a dumbbell and they're kind of like that at top as they start to struggle, where you should be again thinking of the little finger to the outer shoulder. So the supination of the wrist, you're getting the maximum contraction in the bicep. Okay, so that's really it really. As long as you're concentrating, like I say, little finger, outer shoulder, keep your back as straight as you possibly can. And then the main other thing that I wanted to talk about with a curl is what virtually everybody you see does incorrectly, is this nonsense that people do, which is they get to about here and then they do this. Because that's a more intense contraction on the bicep, which is the most dumbest thing you can possibly do. Because when you get to about here, the main contraction point of the bicep is there. So when you do that, that is your front deltoid lifting that weight up at that point there. So when you get to the top there and do that, it may feel like it's contracting more because the weight is basically sat on top of it, but you've actually lost the best contraction point. You should come up with no elbow movement at all, flex your biceps as hard as you can, and control back down to a full straight arm at the bottom, straight as you can get them. Because the bigger the range of motion, the bigger the contraction is going to be by the time you get to the top. So please stop doing that. One arm dumbbell curls, stop doing this nonsense, because you're literally missing the best bit. That's the best bit, and you get to there, and before it can do that, you come up here with your front deltoid and just let the weight sit at the top. So control, keep those elbows by your sides, wrist straight, and squeeze it and control down and let the arm go as straight as it possibly can and stop. Engage the bicep again and squeeze up, down and stop. Remember, momentum is your biggest enemy in the gym, so focus on the muscles doing the work, and that will sort your biceps out for sure.
Alright guys, I just want to come on and say that was a set. I am pumped, and no more as you said, I hope you saw it on the video, the effort and the actual strain at the end, unbelievable. Perform it like this and you'll be guaranteed results.
One other point I want to talk about is as well, is always keep your wrists straight no matter what exercise you're doing, because that is focusing, keeping the wrist safe, but you're able to focus then on the target muscle that you're trying to work. Another thing that people do wrong is, I just wanted to speak about that really quickly, is when you see them curl, they tend to either drop the wrists back, or one of the worst ones is when they're coming up to the top, they're curling that way. As soon as you curl that way, it's forearms trying to take over. So you must keep them wrists straight again, so the target muscle is doing the work. If these are flopping around or bending around, it's because other muscles are trying to take over. So keep focused on what you're doing, keep the wrists perfectly straight and squeeze through with the biceps. It's like when we did the pull down for back. If the wrists start moving around on the end, it's because the forearms are trying to take over, and again you're missing the absolute best contraction point, that last inch or two, because the wrists have moved, forearms have taken over, and you're trying to change shape to get it down. Same thing with the curl, so stay as tight as you possibly can and put as much stress on the muscles as we possibly can.